my top 10 Northern League grounds. Yes, hello everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. Now, last Tuesday night at Washington, I did finally complete the Northern League, and I think now it is about high time that I tell you what my top 10 favourite Northern League grounds are. Now, if you're the sort of ground or club or whatever aren't included within this video, don't take it as I don't like your club or I don't like your ground, because that really couldn't be further from the truth. Some absolutely smashing people throughout, the Northern League and what have you. But this is just me, ranking my top 10 personal favourites. Again, nothing for or against any of the clubs that do not get mentioned, but anyway, let's get into this. And in 10th place, I've gone for Westview, which is the home of Eschwinning. Now, you might agree with it, you might disagree with it, as per all of them that I'm going to be talking about in this. But yeah, they're just a really tidy, nice setup, nice people there, what have you. A bit of a trek to get to. It's not actually in Eschwinning, it's in Waterhouses. Then still, even then, the grounds are pretty much in the middle of the woods. But yeah, really nice setup. Quite a nice looking main stand, what have you. They've just enjoyed my couple of visits that I have had there. It's one of the ones I've probably visited amongst the fewest times within the Northern League, but I still think well worth a visit if you do get around to it one day. So in 10th place, I've gone for Eschwinning's Westview. 9th place, I've gone for Seaham Town Park, which, as you may have guessed, is the home of Seaham Red Star. Always enjoy a visit to that ground. You get a decent vantage point wherever you go. The Scran's not too bad, the clubhouse is decent, and they're not too bad to get to from the train station. So yeah, they're quite a easy pick to get into my top 10. A good old-fashioned non-league setup. I always enjoy a trip there. So in 9th place is Seaham Red Star. 8th place, I've gone for Bedford Terrace, of course, the home of Billingham Town, but also the Yarmouth Eagles Cliff are ground sharing out at the minute. It's a really straightforward one to do, actually. Quite an easy train journey, and quite a good setup as well, it has to be said. You've got a good clubhouse there, whether it's Billingham Town hosting or Yarmouth Eagles Cliff hosting. You've got plenty of food options, a really good view from the main stand. You can watch the trains going past, because the railway line is of course just behind. So you get a good vantage point, a good view, whatever, wherever you go throughout the ground. There's not really many places where you'll struggle to see the action. So I just enjoy a trip there. Plenty of space as well, which is good. It's not claustrophobic or anything like that. So in 8th place, Bedford Terrace, home of Billingham Town, and also currently Yarmouth Eagles Cliff. 7th place, gone for St James's Park, the home of Alnwick Town, of course, a team newly promoted into the Northern League. I have had a stint there previously. I just enjoy going there, I've got to say. If the weather's a bit chilly or it's just not a nice day, you can easily watch the game from the clubhouse the way it is sort of laid out. So and as well, it is a good old-fashioned place to go. The people are always dead friendly with you. They've whenever I've watched them on this channel, they've always been quite supportive of my videos, which I'm thankful for as well. So I've got to say, I do have maybe a little bit of a soft spot for Alnwick. I do have relatives that live very close to Alnwick as well. So they're always a team that I will look out for, and always a ground that I enjoy visiting. Sixth place, we've gone for Dean Street, the home of Shildon. Just a good old-fashioned ground. Haven't actually been there for quite a while. I've certainly not been there since I've had the channel, so I need to put that right at some point. But I think well worth its place. As we said, it's got that like old-fashioned stand. It's got a slightly newer stand across, like directly opposite it as well. So like you can easily like take in a game and get a good view. You know, if you want to sit down, you can do. And it's like your view's not going to be in no way obstructed or anything like that. You know, the decent enough clubhouse as well. I think it was a few years ago, but I think the first ever time I went there, I watched the England versus Sweden 2018 World Cup quarter final from the clubhouse. They had an early kick-off against York, so yeah, I've enjoyed the sort of few visits I have had there, but yeah, one that I definitely do need to get back to at some point for the channel. Fifth place, gone for Moor Park, the home of Chesley Street Town. Ground that I've personally been to twice, but on the channel I've only been once, and that being quite recently. It was a pretty grotty, horrible day, but nevertheless I really did enjoy it. The people there are absolutely salt of the earth, I've got to say. And since my first visit, which was back in 2019, I have installed a new clubhouse, which I really do, you know, like. And inside the ground itself, it is like very vintage, non-league. Obviously you got that quite an old main stand. You've got a few sort of sheltered areas which are sort of classed as terraces behind the goal. So it's just a good setup, I've got to say, and one that hopefully I'll get back to at some point this season, but one that will most definitely be a more frequent occurrence on the channel from now on. Fourth place, gone for Hillheads, the home of Whitley Bay. Great setup. Yeah, it's like, again, I think one of those that could easily like hold its own in a higher division. Well, not a great deal of work needed in doing to it as well. It's got a lot of character, a really decent clubhouse. So yeah, I've got to say, I always have really enjoyed my visits there. I think it's like a good one for maybe a big occasion. I've seen them play North Shields there before, which is obviously the big derby. I've seen a cup final there. I've seen Gateshead there in pre-season. So yeah, just a nice setup, one I've always enjoyed going to. So I think, you know, well worth its place in the top four of this roundup. Third place, I've gone for King George V Stadium, the home of Gisborough Town, a ground that we did visit quite a lot last season and the season before, so with me living in Gisborough. Yeah, I think I was lucky with what I had right on my doorstep. Just, again, a good setup, a great clubhouse, the food was decent enough. So, yeah, I've got to say, I really did enjoy my visits there on like a Wednesday night or whatever. And, you know, it's not the end of me going for Gisborough just because I've moved. I will aim to get there at some point this season. I just need to keep my eye out for when the best time to do that will be. But yeah, absolutely, in my honest opinion, worth its place in my top three. In second place, I'm going from my old local to my new local. It is Northallerton Town's Calvert Stadium. Yeah, I just feel so lucky that this is my local team. I've always enjoyed my visits there. It is a ground that, even before I started living here, I'd aimed to get to a few times, like each season, and now I can do it more often. Yeah, I just feel, you know, quite happy about it. Like, the clubhouse is probably one of, if not the best in the whole of the Northern League. The food's just out of this world as well. You've got some like decent terraces behind the goal, like the good view of the game, like almost everywhere in the ground. So yeah, I just love going down there. I enjoy the crack on with the fans and what have you. So Northallerton Town is number 2. And at number 1, it is the Sir Tom Cowie Millfield, the home of Crooktown. Yeah, this just ticks all the boxes for what you're looking for if you're a ground hopper or just like looking for a good place to watch football. It's just great, to be honest with you. Great vantage points so you can watch a game from. Really good old-fashioned stand, a good clubhouse, and you know, the food there is absolutely banging as well. I've had the burger there, which I absolutely loved, and I've had the curry there as well, which was, if anything, in my opinion, better. So you've not short of good food options, not short of good drink options, and wherever you go in the ground, you're gonna get a good view of the game. It's just an all good setup. So I think, in my opinion, Crooktown are the worthy winners of this list. I have to say, this is definitely one of the best grounds in the Northern League. I'm really impressed with this so far. So that is that for this video, and I'll actually be back next Monday because, as I alluded to in the video on Saturday, as of Wednesday, I'm actually going away to Orlando once again for 2 weeks, as I did 2 years ago. And once again, it has come with a perk for the channel. This time, Orlando City's first team aren't in action while I'm out there, but their B team are in the MLS Next Pro, taking on New York City's second team. So I'll be at the Osceola County Stadium on Sunday night, which is going to be a new one off the list, one that I never thought I'd actually get to, and I didn't even know existed until I checked the Footballogy app just out of blue for nearby fixtures to where I'm going to be. So it's an absolute no-brainer to go to it. And the MLS Next Pro, as it is the third tier of US football, it is quite a unique league as well. Why is it a unique league? Well, you just have to check back in the next video to find out. But until then, take care, cheers for watching. I'll see you in the States.